Hey y'all, welcome back to the vlog. I'm so glad to be back. I know I dropped that mini vlog last weekend. It was just a lot going on, so that's just kind of how I felt. So I wanted to reorganize the drawer only because I felt like nobody was really using the utensil separators or whatever they called correctly. Yeah, they weren't using them correctly, so it was just kind of like, well, I might as well try to reconfigure and rearrange. And the funny thing is, I did finally get it to where I wanted it, just to not give y'all a video or photo of the after before it was destroyed again, because yeah, I'm the only person who cares about everything going in the right spot. As long as it's in there, they feel like it's fine. But yeah, it's crazy how many crumbs can be like in the drawer, just from you cooking and stuff like that. You see, it's an old counter. See the laminate formica, whatever they call it, from back in the day. So that's not a dirt spot. That's actually the dark wood that's underneath on the counter. And yeah, the counter is a beautiful urine yellow. Initially, my landlord was like, oh, you can cover the counter if you want to and all this and that. But after talking to a previous tenant, nah, because you're not gonna sit there and be like, you verbally gave me this. Okay, but it's not contractual. So if it's not contractual, it's not written down, I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna just let it be. But I hate them. I hate the counters so bad. So bad. They're so ugly. My fault. I got on a tangent. But anyway, yeah, so these are just the silverware that were in there. Some of them look kind of raggedy, but everything was in here clean. Some stuff is like scratched up and scraped up because I put them in the dishwasher instead of polishing my silver. I got kids. Shit. It is what it is. As long as they are clean, sanitized, and work, that's fine. I have way more spoons than forks. Forks just be walking away. And I have way more forks than I do butter knives. That is the real enigma. Is that the right word? Anyway, that's the real issue there, is trying to keep butter knives. And on my counter that you don't see on the other counter, there are tons of like larger knives, chef knives and things like that, and other utensils that you'll see me using to cook with. These are just the things that I don't have sitting out on the counter in glass jars, glass containers, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, this was me steady trying to make up my mind. And that silver little rack thing that came into play, I already had that in another drawer. Like, I be having so many of these little things, and then I repurpose them or rearrange or decide to use them somewhere else. So this probably won't be the last time you see me redoing this drawer this year. At this point, y'all have seen me cook chicken 1,017 times on here, so I don't really need to go through the process. That steak turned that grayish color after I rinsed it. I don't know if people rinse their steak, but I rinsed it. Got it soaked in soy sauce to marinate with some minced onions and garlic and all that good stuff. This is Emo's Pizza, which y'all probably also have seen if you've been on this channel. I ended up making crab rangoon for the first time by myself, and it was so fire. It tastes so much better than when you go to a restaurant. So I would highly recommend. I actually like made way too much, like as far as like the filling and all that stuff. So I ended up coming back like 2 days after this and making the rest because I had so much filling left and then I still had wraps left. And my daughter loved the crab rangoon down. So this is just cream cheese and some granulated sugar, the regular old white sugar that your grandma was using. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm mixing it on around. My nail, you can see my thumbnail is kind of like split. I had cut it previously with a box cutter, actually. while I was cutting the box. So I ended up at some point pulling it off because it was lifting enough where I felt like I don't want it to accidentally like get knocked into what I'm mixing. And here I'm mixing with a fork because my whisk is like silicone, and I just feel like it's not that strong. I feel like the fork will get in there better. Even though I caught myself softening the cream cheese, it still was a lot to work with. I will say right here at this point, next time I would shred the crab first before I mix it in there. This is actually spam. Do not judge me, okay? Because I be thinking like when you go to the Chinese place, I don't be thinking they be ham. In my mind, they be frying spam. So I was like, let me give it a shot. I've never actually had spam before, but it tasted like the ham fried rice, like low key, high key. So I used this meat. I chopped it on the same like little cutting board just to save space. I used this meat inside of the St. Paul's that I made, which are like egg foo young patties, but here in St. Louis we put them on white bread with like Miracle Whip, lettuce, pickles. Some people put tomatoes, onions, whatever. And eat them as a sandwich, Sorry, and it's called a St. Paul. So you can get a ham St. Paul, a shrimp St. Paul, a chicken St. Paul, a special St. Paul, a veggie St. Paul. You get it. But yeah, if you ever had egg foo young with gravy, it's like the same premise as far as the egg foo young part of frying it, but there is no gravy on top. And like I said, it's made into a sandwich on white bread with Miracle Whip or some type of whip dressing. Now right here, y'all gonna probably see me just like doing so many different little shapes when I was making the crab rangoon, and that is because, baby, I don't know how I want to do them. I read the back, and the back was talking about to fold in this way and that way, and I don't know. I just didn't like some of the folds. Also, when I made them the second time, I did wet the outer part of the wrapper. It does not say that on the back to do that, but in my common sense, I just thought it'll probably be easier and stick better, and I was correct. Okay, here I am about to whip up the St. Paul. So don't mind my chicken over there off to the side on a plate that is being fried simultaneously. But anyway, I have 5 eggs right here. And that is because I was making St. Paul's for all of us. So those 5 eggs with the veggies that were put in there and the meat and the seasoning and all that stuff made six, I believe, 6 or 7 pretty large St. Paul's. So really, a little goes a long way, especially because we know eggs are like, never mind. Eggs high as hell. We'll just say that. Want to try cranberry gum? They don't look great. Okay, good. Okay. But they probably taste good. I was trying different shapes. Here, try one. Oh, and clearly I'm aware that my stove is a hot ass mess. It's actually a hot ass mess because I was working. I was doing so many different meals. Or what should I say? Like items for 314 day. Um, which did I even mention 314 Day? Anyway, whatever. That's what I'm doing this for. 314 Day, St. Louis Day. We celebrate our city. The area code is 314. So I was doing so many different meals that I was like, I can't keep wiping the shit up. Like, I'm gonna just wait till I'm done because it was like double, triple working myself. So yeah, you see seasoning and grease and everything just everywhere, just popping every damn where. So if that bothers you, fast forward, and I'm sorry. Oh, I was recording, so it probably didn't. Okay. You want to try a crab rangoon? Do you? I made them. Okay. Or you don't like them? Okay. 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 All right. Yeah. Mhm. It's up to you. If you want to call me, you can. I hadn't really eaten like actual pork fried rice in a very long time, or ham fried rice or whatever. But it was a special occasion on, so I made special fried rice. So that's why you see me putting in steak. I got shrimp. I got the spam that's gonna act as our ham. I had minced onions in there. I had bean sprouts, chicken, you name it, eggs, bell peppers, and then of course our rice that had been soaked in soy sauce. And make sure your rice is old. If you're gonna make fried rice, if you really want it to come out right, that rice gotta be at the very least, like 16 hours old. Mine was about 1 day old, but preferably you want the mug to be like 2, 3 days old in the refrigerator, of course, saved properly in a container. But yeah, um, this came out delicious, and it was a huge amount. I made a lot. I kind of like overdid it. I also ended up making just like some hot wings because my feet were hurting. I was sore, and I made these, what are these? Honey hot wings as well. Basically in the oven. I just covered them both with the sauce and just let them go. The honey hot looks burnt, but it actually tastes so delicious. It's going down, down, baby, yo street in it. Yeah, so this was for 314 day. I just inserted like one of the reels I made. Reels, shorts, all these social media things got the same thing, but my short form content, this is just showing like the tablescape and everything else and what we were eating. Some things I did not show, like red hot riblets and the sodas and stuff like that. I didn't put them on the table, but we had them. We did have them. So it was fun, very, very fun until this part. So yes, later that night, on 314 days, later that night, we had a huge storm, and whole houses and buildings were knocked over and everything. Tornadoes. Luckily, my home was not like destroyed. The only issue was the basement flooding some, but I really think that's due to the wooden side door that I have down there. So, anywho, we're safe, we're good, and I'm praying for the people who lost their lives during the storm because there were quite a few. I think the total number was like 12 or something. Any losses is tragic. One girl lost both of her parents, so definitely in my thoughts and prayers. And yeah, this is the end of the vlog, basically. I feel like I talked through this whole vlog. I probably did. But I will see you all next week. I'll let you see the video. You don't need to step out.
I can see it. Okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
شعرها جولو عيونه ولو قلبه ولو على جولو